The thing you may not be considering when thinking about your next career move. Many candidates obsess over job titles, salaries, or having a certain company on their resume. And as a result, they can turn a blind eye to other things that can have a bigger impact in their career in the long term. And that's what we'll talk about today. But first, I'm Sarah Doody, founder and CEO of Career Strategy Lab, the career incubator for UX, product, and tech professionals who are determined to grow their careers in the field of UX and product development. When thinking about their next career move, most candidates aren't thinking long-term enough. Now, I want to fully acknowledge that sometimes we just need a job. We all have bills to pay and we can't always be picky. It's just life. However, if or when you are in the position to think beyond salary, then I invite you to keep some important things in mind. Think of your career like a house. Okay, go along with my cheesy analogy here. Imagine you're building a house and you know that eventually you want to add a garage or maybe even a pool in the backyard, but you can't do it right now. Those details of wanting to add a garage or a pool are really important to keep in mind when designing and building the house. There are probably design decisions that you can make now that will make it far easier to add a garage or pool later. And the same applies to your career. If you know you want to get into management or get more specialized, that should inform your next career move. And spoiler alert, it might mean that you might not love some of your roles or title or salary, but you know that that role is building a foundation to help you get to where you want to be in the future. Okay, so back to the topic for today. What you may not be considering when thinking about your next career move. So there's two key things I want you to keep in mind as you reflect on your future career goals and aspirations. Number one, strategy isn't always linear. Your next job may not be your perfect job, but that's okay. You can still move intentionally in the direction you want to go in. Remember back to what I said earlier about building the house and how eventually you know you want to have a pool or a garage. The first version of that house isn't going to be perfect. It's not going to be your forever home, but it's setting you up for what you want it to be in the future. And that's what matters. That's how you have to think about each of your career moves. Earlier in my own career, I heard the phrase, there's a time to earn and a time to learn. And I thought about that a lot in my first few jobs of my career. There were definitely times when I had jobs I didn't truly enjoy or where I thought I was being underpaid. However, each of those jobs gave me a chance to earn or learn. And sometimes you'll be lucky enough to find a job where you can learn and earn. But sometimes it can be useful to ask yourself if you need to earn or learn in your career right now. And that brings us to our second point. Consider the skills you need to gain or experience gap to fill in order to be the best possible candidate after this next job. It is not enough to know what job you hypothetically want 5 years from now. You have to think about the specific skills and experience that you'll need to actually acquire between now and then so that you are seen as a qualified candidate for that job. It's one thing to want it, and it's another thing to actually be qualified for the role. So to do this, I want you to spend more time searching for job descriptions that describe jobs you want in the future. Study those job descriptions, take an inventory of the skills and experience mentioned, and then evaluate what skills and experience you have and don't have. And that will help you create a learning path and help you inform what you may want to look for next to set yourself up for that job you want 5 years from now. All right, let's do a quick recap. So, number one, I want you to ask yourself, do you need to earn or learn right now in your career? 2, Remember that strategy isn't always linear. Your next job may not be the perfect job, and that's okay, as long as it's still helping you move towards your future goals. And number 3, consider the skills you need to gain or experience gap you need to fill in order to be the best candidate after this job. And to do that, you need to study the job descriptions of the job you want in the future. Okay, friends, that's all. I am Sarah Doody, founder and CEO of Career Strategy Lab, and I hope today's tips help you think about how you can be more strategic with your next or future career moves. If you found this content helpful, I would really appreciate it if you could leave a comment or a review or click the like button or share this with someone that you think could find value in it. You're always welcome to learn more about Career Strategy Lab or apply. Just visit careerstrategylab.com. And if you want to learn more about the job search and everything that's entailed with that in the world of UX and tech, check out my articles at careerstrategylab.com, or you can find me on YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, or search my name on LinkedIn and you'll find me there too. Have a great rest of your day, and I'll talk to you soon.